This is my proof that I was there. Hear how it all went down. Stay tuned. This is now MJ Fangirl TV. So Michael was in Japan at the same exact time as me. I had no idea he was going to be in Tokyo. Again, remember guys, this is going to be his first public appearance since the trial. So Michael had kind of been off of my radar in terms of, you know, being able to see him. After the trial, I was like, you know what? Michael, please just go live your life. Like, during the trial, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm so selfish because, you know, I'm looking at these photos every day and I'm kind of excited to see Michael, but at the same time, he's going through this turmoil. And after the trial, I kind of was like, all right, you know what, Michael, go do your thing, live your life, enjoy your children, enjoy your family. And I ended up in Tokyo at the right time, at the same time as him, and I was like, okay, this has to be the reason why I'm here right now. This has to be the moment. This has to be the time when I'm gonna meet Michael. So I did some research, found out that he was going to be accepting this MTV award, and my host sister, who was gracious enough to find the information online for me, let me know that there was a chance that you could stand on the red carpet. You could be kind of like a spectator for absolutely free. It was in Yoyogi Stadium, which is in the Harajuku area. This is the note that my host mom left for me. So here she says, Michael ni aeru to ii ne. I hope you meet Michael. 電話、オペラグラス持って行ってね. Take the cell phone and the binoculars with you. So she left her cell phone, which, because at the time I didn't have a cell phone, and the binoculars for me to take because she thought I might be far away and she thought it might help me to see Michael. And yeah, we went there. It was a rainy day. I actually bought this shirt while I was in Japan. I'll stand up so you guys can see. It just says the sensational, or live, the sensational Michael Jackson, the exciting. So I believe when we got there it was probably about 2 p.m. and the show was gonna start at 7 or 8. I didn't even really have pictures, you guys, because I was ready for Michael. And got there, we waited, 1 hour goes by, 2 hours goes by, 3, 4. I see more and more celebrities come in. You know, they're all Japanese pop stars, so at that time I'm not really understanding who and, you know, who they were. Looking, you know, people started to slow down, people from the red carpet started to dissipate. There were other fans on the red carpet. There were other Michael Jackson fans there. They had signs saying Japan loves you, Michael, and all that. Now it's 7 o'clock, now it's past 8, and I was like, wow, you know, we've been waiting here for 6 hours and I wanted to stay. Guys, my heart was telling me to stay. My heart, you know, was saying, like, you know, you need to be here because Michael's gonna be here. And they made an announcement, and at the time I couldn't understand what it was, and I relied on my host sister to tell me what they said, and she kind of was just like, you know, Michael's not coming. And I remember being like, how is it possible that Michael's not coming? You know, I had heard for years that Michael would, you know, sometimes be late to things, but I never heard him not show up for an award, you know, and I was always like, well, Michael's always late, like, let's just stay, let's just chill, let's stay. And yeah, it was a little past 8, maybe even a few minutes before, we decided to leave. And I walked away, and I just remember I kept looking, and I was like, oh my gosh, keep looking back, maybe there'll be a car, you guys can run back and Michael will be there, and he wasn't. I don't know, guys, like, I was just very, I felt hurt, I felt betrayed. I was like, oh my gosh, I was waiting there. So fast forward to about an hour later, after we go and we have some ramen and we warm up, I go home. My host mom is like almost barely kicking down the door when we get home. She's like, oh my gosh, how was it? How was Michael? And I was like, you know, he never came. He never came. And she just looked at me, and she looked at my host sister, and she led us into the living room. And she had been videotaping the whole time, guys, MTV, you know, the pre-awards show and everything, and she rewound the tape. Guys, it was not even 45 minutes of rewinding. Like, she just rewound, and Michael was there, and she showed me that footage of Michael coming out of the car, and I'll show you guys here. Again, this is the photo of me and how close I was, and this is how close Michael was to that area. You guys see he kind of went over and he greeted fans, and once I saw that, I was so devastated. I was so sad. I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my goodness, I was right there, and how could I not have waited, you know? And I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not a good fan because I didn't believe in Michael and I didn't stay. I mean, I was so close to meeting Michael. It was something that for a long time I was ashamed to talk about because I just felt like a bad fan. You know, I had a lot of feelings. During high school, I wanted to be there at the trial and be there with all the other fans, and this time I was finally like, yes, my moment is here. I'm going to be the only American that's going to be here. I'm going to meet Michael. It's going to be all good. For a long time I thought, like, what if I had done this or that differently? Or, you know, that was my fleeting moment in time, and I looked back a lot of times with that moment in mind, and all I had was like regret. And now I look back and I'm like, you know what? That in itself was an experience. Like, I just getting to say that I have a story like that is something that is an amazing experience, and it's something that I wouldn't trade for the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, King of Pop, King of Rock, King of Soul, Mr. Michael Jackson!
I promised myself when I came up here that I wouldn't get emotional because I think you're very sweet, generous, kind people. Thank you so much.
特にやっぱり MTV さんが渡したっていうことも
I really want to know, have you guys ever had the close encounter of meeting Michael Jackson? Have you guys ever been super close to meeting him? Have you known anybody that's been close to meeting him and didn't get the opportunity? Have you actually met Michael? Let me know how he was. I have so many different, you know, things in my mind and thoughts about how he would have been and what I would have done and what I would have said. Tell me your guys' experiences below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all later.
したいと思います。マイケル・ジャクソン。